Okay, this is the second part of the form preview for Moree on Tuesday, the 14th of March. In the first part, I covered races 1 to 3. I covered races 4 to 6 in this part. We're on a heavy 8. Just quickly to recap so that you understand the pars. If I rate a horse at $8, it's 0 lengths above the par, $6, 1 length above the par, $4, 2 lengths above the par, $3, 3 lengths above the par, $2, 4 lengths above the par. Just to cover that, every half in brackets I go down from 8 to 4 is 2 lengths, 4 to 2 is another 2 lengths to be 4 lengths above the par. I use these natural class ratings to identify where a horse sits in the race from a form perspective, and then I convert it to a market set to 100% once I know what I want to be backing and how the market's going to look. Okay, so Moree race 4 is the next race we're going to look at. 1,300 metre 30k maiden handicap, likely to be run at a slow tempo. If I pull up the form for race 4, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 horses that I'm interested in this race. The top rated is the 2 Arabiata, top rated at 4.50. I'm going to go and have a look at it first. Its class rating is 2.0, putting it just 3 lengths above the par. The 2 Arabiata, it's well bred by Cable Bay out of an Uncle Mo mare. Comes in having its second career start. Came from off the pace to only be beaten 0.31 of a length in the same race that the 1 Beam Rocking came through last start. It was a good effort. Goes to 1,300 metres. Natural improvement expected. Well-bred, lightly raced improver, new peak expected, gets him well weighted with 56, drops half a kilo on its debut run. The 3 Aland is the second top rated. It's also well bred by Street Bros out of a Hassanay mare. The Sue Grill Yard has started 11 times, gets him with 53.5 kilos after the 2 kilo claim. This third to Lost Mark Cowboy is a very good run. Tried to make all, that was over 1,400, drops back to 1,300, which suits even better here. Fourth up from a spell, Peak Fitness. The winner's smart. The second horse is smart. The winner out of that race is a Black Book horse, and there was good margins to fourth and further back. It's the second top rated at 3.00. And then the third top rated is the 1, which I've got a query in the wet. That's from the Sterling Osland Yard. Lightly raced improver by Spill the Beans out of an Easy Rocking mare. The Easy Rocking breed generally tend to handle the wet, so I'm just not too sure about that. That's why I've got a double question mark and a query wet. Comes through the same race as Arabiata last start, as I mentioned, and the only other one in the race is the 10 that's worth mentioning, and I've got it rated at 5.50, about a length and a half above par for the class. Which is pleasing surprise by Marischal out of a Snitzel mare, good broodmare size Snitzel. The second at Corindai 2 back is the run that sparks interest when it was beaten 2.8 by Sunny Side Up, but likely to be run to slow tempo. It's going to get back the pace scenarios against it. So in wrapping up, the 2 Arabiata, I've got it top rated. You've got a top rated at 4.50 because there's 2 major seen dangers to it in the 3 and the 1. If we go and have a look at the market, at the moment, Arabiata's 4.20. Versa Land, which is too short at 2.50, being the second top rated, and Beam Rocking's about the right price at 6.50. So I probably end up backing Arabiata as a major bet there. I really want it to get out at 4.5. It has been on the drift from 3.8, and also have a nibble at Beam Rocking in support of it being not too far behind at third top rate at 3.50 compared to 2.80, which is about 3/4 of a length. So that's race 4. Race 5 is a 950 metre 27k maiden. Set weights, likely to be run at a slow tempo. There's only 2 that really interests me here, and they're both by Russian Revolution. That's the 4 and the 10. I'll just go to the 4 first, which is Nikolai. Nikolai by Russian Revolution out of a Harbour Watch mare. She was smart herself. Finished 4th in a trial behind Redina at Rose Hill before it changed yards. Earmuff's first time go on. It's been gelded. Gets him well weighted with 56.5. Drawn the inside barrier 1. Showed good speed in this trial, and it was in town at Rose Hill. That was back on the 12th of August. Likely to come on from that. The first 3 home were pretty smart, and those further back behind it suggests that it's well above the level required to be winning here. I've got it rated 3.20. It looks like it's going to get a soft lead. It's got good early speed in the trial. Fresh, and it's not been seen since that trial, suggesting to me that the yard going to try and reproduce that good trial form first up without a trial into this. The 10 is the other one. Originally, I thought the 4 was going to be a win banker bet until I looked at the 10. Tupolev by Russian Revolution as well, out of a well-related Warfront mare from America. Gets blinkers first time. The astute Sterling Osland trained. Gets him well weighted with 55 after the kilo and a half for Madeline Owen comes off. This debuts 6 at Kembla Grange. When I went and watched the video of this, there was a lot of speed early in the race. Always had its head on the side during that race, was only beaten 2.6 lengths, darted back to the inside upon straightening, ran about green, will come on significantly for that run, failed next up, put away. But this is the run to go on, and the speed there was a lot of speed in this race, and I just think with the amount of speed that was in that race, it will settle a lot closer, this being a weaker race. So I've got it on top. I've got it rated 2.60. The other one rated 3.20 on a class factor. That's about half to 3/4 of a length clear. At the moment, they're both $3. Nikolai's $3, and also Tupolev is $3. It's about the right price. I'm happy to take $3 about it. Has the edge over the 4. Hoping that it'll get out to about 3.50 because this market's set to about 125, 126% at the moment. So we'll just wait for the price tomorrow. Race 6 is potentially the best betting race on the card. We're just going to pull that up. I'll just flick across here so that it's ready. Race 6, okay. Probably the deepest race on the card. I haven't done race 7 yet. I'm not going to do it at the moment. Race 6, 950 metre, 27k benchmark 58. The 8 is top rated at 3.50, well clear of the second top rated at $6 and the third top rated at 6.50 from a class factor. It's going to be a good confidence betting race this. So we'll go and have a look at the 8 first. Okay, the 8 is Pull the Tail, well bred by Star Spangled Banner out of a Nakoni mare. Relatively lightly tried 2 from 12 winner. This win 5 starts ago at Tamworth was full of merit where it made all to win by 1.6 over 1200 on a heavy track. We know it handles the wet. It's fresh with no trial into this first up from a spell. If it reproduces that run there and it only rises half a kilo, I've got it 2.5 lengths above the par. And then the 3 is the second top rated. Major Scene Danger, King's Gold by Saboog out of a Testarossa mare. I've got a query about it in the wet. Lightly raced Improver 2 from 7 winner. Has to carry 61 kilos. It's up 3.5 kilos on this last start win at Coffs Harbour, where it lumped 57. Tight margins, but a decent win. I'm just concerned about the 3.5 kilo rise and its ability on the wet. And the reason I've got this slight ability on the wet is this trial back here at Grafton where it was beaten 7.68 by at Wits End. It actually didn't look that generous in that trial. So I just got a slight query there. And the third top rated is the 11, which is a big price. I think it's $27 from memory. Super Looker. By the good son of I'm Invincible, Super One out of a Henry the Navigator mare, 3 from 35 winner, doesn't win that often. The win 3 back here at Armadale was full of merit, made all over 1100, drops back to 950 here, only won by 0.1 of a length, 27k tag. If it can reproduce that run, it rates well here. So Pull the Tail is the top rated, clear cut top rated. They're going to bet $8.50, 2.9 about it, in from $10. I've got it rated at 3.0. It's well clear of the second top and third top rated. King's Gold is the second top rated. As I've said, it's going to go around 4.2, which is unders, but there's a chance that we'll be able to back both of the top 2, occupying 12% of the market and 24% of the market, 36% of the market for about a price of 2.70 as a combined win banker bet. But the one query I've got is the 11 such good value at $21. It's potentially a value long shot bet sitting only half or a quarter of a length behind the second top rated from a ratings perspective on a class factor. So Pull the Tail, clear cut top rated 8.5, 2.9. I'm definitely going to be backing that. It will be a place banker bet at the 2.90. It may be a combined win banker bet with the 3 Kings Gold, but Super Looker is a value long shot as well. So we'll just see how that market pans out in the morning. That's races 4 to 6 at Moree on Tuesday. Thanks.